Hi, my name is Kaira, and I'm going to take you through a few chair poses and exercises that will help us with our obliques, our triceps, our biceps, our quadriceps, and our core. So let's get started. First, we would like to start with just doing some stretches to help us prepare our bodies. We do that by sitting in the back of our chair, feet firmly planted on the ground, as we raise one arm and hold on to our chair, lifting and stretching our body, and then bending to the opposite side of the arm raised. Holding here for a few minutes, come back through center. Dropping the other hand and raising the opposite, lifting and lengthening and stretching to one side. Giving some nice chair stretch poses before we begin today. And come back through center, raising both hands as we lengthen through our bodies and twist to one side before we begin. Raising again and lifting and twisting. All right, now that we've taken it through a few stretches just to get us warmed up in our upper body, let's begin by using our bands today for our chair exercises. You can use any type of resistance. So it can be heavy, it can be full. Any type of resistance will help us with our postures today. We're going to use again our arms to get us started. So we're lengthening our arms all the way up and lowering them down. Lifting them up and lowering them down. Good. Let's take it again all the way back this time. Lengthening up, bringing our arms by our ears and lowering down. We're using the resistance by pulling our bands apart as we lengthen and lift. Tuck in your navel as we lengthen through this posture and lower down. Next, we're going to use our arms to do a little pulsing as we use our resistance bands again, keeping our arms straight out in front of us, shoulder width apart. We're going to pulse. Pulling our arms apart, we're using our arm muscles to strengthen and lengthen, keeping our spine nice and straight. And pause. Again. And relax your arms. These are good postures to help us with our lengthening, our lifting, and using our arm muscles. Now let's begin with using a little bit of our biceps. We're going to keep our hands inside of our band, keeping our band by our wrist, and we're going to lower down to our knees and lift to the chest. These are our nice bicep curls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and relax. Good. You can do this motion in like a 3-time series, even doing our pulsing, going back to our pulsing, and then doing our bicep curls. Doing about 3 sets of these 10 times really helps to strengthen those arm muscles. Okay, so now we want to think about our triceps, right? Our triceps are here. So we're going to use our band. We're using our band throughout these postures to help us. Lifting our arms up and then lowering down, keeping our elbows as in as possible. Bringing it right behind our back. Almost like our band gets a little touch of the back of our heads. Good. 3 more. Good. And lower down. Again, those are tricep curls that help us right here in our muscles. If you're wondering where your triceps are, they're right here in your arms. Okay, let's think about our obliques. As we keep using our band, we're going to lift our arms, tilt our torso to the right, and lower down. Again, lift, turn, and twist. Lift, turn, twist. This is also how we get started with warming up our body, warming up our spine, and engaging our ab muscles. Let's do it again on the left side. Keeping our arms lifted, twist to the left and lower down. Twisting into those postures, keeping our back nice and straight as we use our muscles. Our spine is warming up, our abs are warming up, and our obliques are warming up. Let's do that one more time. Lifting, turning, turn, and lower. Lifting, turning, turning, and lower. Good. All right. As we have warmed up our upper body, we also want to pay attention to our lower body. This is a great band to use. Of course, again, you can use any type of resistance to help us here. So, as we begin our postures, let's think about our quadriceps, hamstrings, and calf muscles to help us get warmed up. Keeping your feet firmly planted on the ground, we want to kick our right leg up, hold, and lower down. Stretching with our bands helps us with our quadricep muscles. And lower down. Let's try both feet, but in order to do that, you need to hold on to your chair. So come back to the back of your chair and lengthen and lift and lower down. Getting a little wider stance. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can come up to your chair and lean back a little. Good. Let's try that again. Coming back to the back of our chair, giving more support to ourselves, keeping our core nice and straight and tight. Length. Let's take it one at a time. And rotate. Left and right. If you want to hold here, hold with both or hold with one. And come back, hold with the other. Okay, keeping our bands where they are. Let's do a little rounding here. So we're going to take a little walk using those inner thighs here as we use our bands to help us walk and transition back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A nice little walk helps us with those inner thigh muscles to give us a little bit more of a challenge. Now, let's use another method with our lower body to give us a little bit more resistance. Take one foot out, raise one foot while we lengthen with the opposite hand and bring our hand to meet our foot as we crunch into this position. To add a little bit more resistance, pull with the left arm, left foot, right hand meets left foot. We're bending into this position as we're giving ourselves a nice little seated crunch. You can even take it to another step where we lower and crunch and come back and crunch and come back and crunch and come back. Beautiful job. Keep breathing through these postures as we build up a nice tight core. Okay, now let's use our other foot for a little bit more of a resistance on the opposite side. Here we go. Pull with your band, lift and raise with the opposite, and meet it in the middle. These are all postures that help us with our core and to feel our very best as we use our chair exercises to help us in our everyday lives. 2 more. Good. Very good. All right. Come on down. Let's take a little breather here as we use our band to come all the way up to our knees and our thighs and to give a nice posture pulse to those inner thighs. Sitting a little bit more than hip width distance apart, bringing your feet to the outer parts of your chair as we use our thighs for some resistance here. Working those inner and outer thighs. Keeping everything engaged. Two more here. All right. So, as we come toward the end of our leg positions, let's think about our butterflies, right? So, raising the heels or keeping the heels firmly planted on the ground. We can take it out and in. Little butterfly position here to give us a little bit more of a resistance with our legs. Even giving it a nice pause right here. Just pause and push down. All right, good. And these are just some of the positions that help us as we do our chair exercise poses. So, as we begin, everyone, I want to take this time to thank you. My name is Kaira. It's a beautiful, windy day today, and I hope you enjoyed your chair exercises. Let's do it again soon. Thanks.